So yeah, they had to take a lift to get up high enough to work with them. And we did a long shift. We would do work there on the sound mix for part of the time, and then give them other room to work on Buzzy's costuming part of the time, and then we had to get people working physically away from Buzzy so that we could animate him. It would be dangerous to be next to. So there's Daryl working with, there's Doug Griffith. That's,
I think we'll hear it here. We're going to see the lift go up to start put Buzzy's clothes on. And there's a line that's got, it's like, whoa, gotta get some clothes. And one of the imaginers played that as they're dressing Buzzy. I don't know if they can bring the audio up on this clip a little bit. We'll hear that.
so that's
It's coming up just around here.
Wow, quick, it's nice and close.
It's huge. I mean, you don't
It's
realize.
huge, and you also forget that the people doing something that seems very ordinary, like putting costuming, have to know how to work forklifts and equipment and all kinds of stuff to move around to raise themselves up. And so they have to be safety approved for lots of things besides costuming.
And I love this next shot when she's done. She just, let's see, she just fades
Although we did have, during all the activity of moving the big arm around and animating him, one day it put on the brakes too quick and it kind of broke him. And he sprung a leak and oil started pouring out of him and he just and poor Buzzy, yeah, he just had no pressure in any of his tubes, and we had to have emergency work done on him to bring him back before he could keep acting with it. That was scary. Leaking Buzzy.
And look, I mean, this was modern tech for the time. We've seen a lot of animatronics over the years, all the different ways they've been recorded on metal discs and tapes, and still here. Look at the size of the computer monitor. What that was around.
And they asked me several years into the run, Buzzy started losing the snappiness of his movement, and if he was supposed to look right there, he would look halfway there and stuff like that. So they called me and said, do you have any record of his initial snappy good performance that we could copy? And I looked through, and fortunately I did have a shot that Jay Hyde, who was one of my producers, had put a tripod in the back of the theater and just shot the whole thing through when we were not quite done. We were mostly done with Buzzy. We still had some animation yet to be done, and they actually used that as a guide to sort of refurbish his movements and get him moving snappy again and looking at the right spots.
It's amazing what that type of historical
John Wrights, the remixer. And we